I was having a recurring thought. Have I lost my ambition? And if you know me, you'd be like, come on, Laurie, that's ridiculous. I've been a top sales rep my whole career. I led a nationally recognized, award-winning food drive. I helped my mayor get reelected successfully as his campaign manager, and I actually won Citizen of the Year. I'm an achiever. I get stuff done. I'm ambitious. So the fact that I was having this thought was disconcerting. And I thought, I'm not going to think about this anymore. I'm just going to ignore it. But like a beach ball that you try to hold underwater, it kept popping up and popping up and popping up. And then I noticed a pattern with my coaching clients. So I coach women in technology. They're smart, talented, ambitious themselves. And the clients that I had that were in their early career came to me for 3 of the same, pretty much similar topics. They wanted to talk about salary. How do I gain the confidence to get that compensation package I'm looking for? They wanted to talk about status. How do I climb the ladder and get that title I covet? And they wanted to talk about connections. How do I get the right relationships, open the right doors so that I can get on all the glamour projects? Conversely, talking with my coaching clients who were mid to late career, we had different topics. They wanted to know about balance. How do I manage all these conflicting priorities between work and life and family and myself and friends and burnout? Why am I feeling exhausted all the time? How come I'm no longer all that excited about my career? How come what I used to love, I no longer love? Basically, they were asking me, have I lost my ambition? And then, divine coincidence? I think not. I come across an interview with Arthur C. Brooks. Now, Arthur Brooks is an author, he's an academic, he's a journalist. And in this interview, he was talking about his book, From Strength to Strength. The part that was interesting me the most was when he cited the research of Raymond Cattell. Raymond Cattell was a psychologist from the 60s who published a book in the 70s about his research around general intelligence. And specifically, that we have 2 distinct types of intelligence. Fluid, or what I call learner intelligence, and crystallized, or what I call wisdom intelligence. So your fluid intelligence is made up of trial and error. It's all about diving into the mess, figuring it out, making mistakes. It's about solving problems without any prior knowledge. It's quick thinking, quick learning, leaning even into impulsivity, and it's also using your short-term memory, primarily. It's the foundation of your wisdom intelligence. Your wisdom intelligence is about solving problems with prior information, making connections, crystallizing ideas, relying on deduction or recall. So, for example, you have a problem in front of you today, you use your recall to say, oh my gosh, that looks quite a lot like that problem from 10 years ago, and that solution, that'll work really well right now. By leaning into your wisdom intelligence, you're shortening that path between the problem and the solution, removing a lot of that trial and error energy out of the middle. And that was super interesting to me. Except, the real kicker was when I learned about the lifespan of these 2 different types of intelligence. So your learner intelligence and your wisdom intelligence start at birth. Your learner intelligence grows very quickly. It's absolutely in the driver's seat. That short-term memory, that trial and error, learning. It peaks at around 30 and then dips drastically, leveling off, never disappearing. You always have this learner intelligence, but its power diminishes significantly. Then there's your wisdom intelligence. It scales more slowly, eventually surpassing your learner intelligence, peaking at around 70, may tail off, according to the research, a bit, but then continues as the strength and the power intelligence through the rest of your adulthood. And it's at that crossroads where I believe we have the question of ambition coming up. Because we've kept trying to do things using how we'd done it before, using our learner intelligence, and now we're trying to do things, we're not feeling it anymore, but we don't know about this wisdom intelligence and what it can offer us. I can pretty much guarantee you that if you're in mid to late career, you're already tapping into your wisdom intelligence, either consciously or unconsciously. If you are tapping into your wisdom intelligence, you are wanting to make a difference, give back, create a legacy perhaps. People who are tapping into their wisdom intelligence are speaking on stages or at events or on panels. They're writing books or white papers that are getting published out online. They may advise these 20-something learners who are launching startups or join a board to use their wisdom to have impact and influence from the top down. They might be adjunct professors or consultants, mentors, sponsors, allies, or perhaps like me, they become coaches. So what I would say is if you've been thinking, have I lost my ambition? That now's the time for a career reset. Now's the time to rewrite that job description, embracing your wisdom intelligence. Because like a mighty oak that becomes more valuable as it ages, as a habitat for all the woodland creatures, or as it decomposes and nourishes the soil on which it grows, when you do a career reset, when you rewrite your job description, taking advantage of and really leaning into your wisdom intelligence, that's where your new ambitions will be found. Thank you.